8 months ago, some 100 bull riders started the rodeo season with one common goal: to walk through these doors and become the next Canadian bull riding champion. The top 12 men will go 6 grueling rounds. In the end, the cowboy with the most money wins. This here is the Canadian Finals Rodeo, and this is Hell on Hooves. The best of Canada's rodeo cowboys and cowgirls have come to Edmonton, Alberta. In bull riding, each round pays $11,000 for a first-place finish. At the end of 6 rounds, the bull rider with the highest earnings will win. Out of the 8 riders from both the Thompson and Gurlitz trucks, 5 of these cowboys qualified for the finals. From here on in, it's every man for himself. Tanner Gurlitz pretty much bucked off every ride during the first half of the season. But in the last few months, he's turned his luck around.
From July 1st on, I've made close to 40 grand, so it's been an awesome second half of the year.
Tyler Pankowitz battled injury all year, but he finished strong and stayed in the top 12.
If I stay on all my bulls and win some checks here in the rounds, I got a good shot that I have the title too, just as much as everybody else in it. So
Chad Bestplug has held strong all season. This bull rider ain't gonna settle for anything less than first.
last year was the second year I finished second, and yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like I have some unfinished business here.
Tyler Thompson has been to the CFR 6 times. He won the championship in 2008.
Just because you've been here a few times doesn't make bull riding any easier. Them bulls don't know how many times you've been here, so you've got to keep getting better and working hard at what we're doing.
But not every one of the qualifiers is as seasoned as Tyler. At the tender age of 19, this is Tanner Burns' first time to the big show.
The last month, I guess, pretty much, it's kind of started to click in that this has been coming, and I've been trying to get ready as much as I can to be able to do good here, and super excited.
His cousin Scott and his brother Jesse are also in the arena today as bullfighters. Their job, provide cowboy protection.
Tanner, he'd always had his mindset on bull riding right from day one. You know, I always kind of wanted to be a bullfighter from the get-go, and he always wanted to be a bull rider, so.
Rodeo runs deep in the family. Their father was a world-renowned bullfighter.
Yeah, having both the boys here, Jesse fighting bulls, and then, of course, having Tanner here, and just to see him being able to fulfill his dream and to be here, it's something.
I don't know where he's sitting, so I haven't seen how tight he's been gripping the armrests this week, but I think it's hard for him to be in the stands watching.
Yeah, I hate it. I want to be right up tight with him all the time, but he's on his own now, so I got to kind of cut the apron strings.
Yeah, my mom and dad are really proud of me, and it's kind of a family affair that way, and it just feels really, really cool, yeah.
Bull riding fans, are you ready?
The first of 6 rounds begins. Tanner Burn is up.
We're having fun now, Krusty.
19 years old, red hair right out to start fire. All right, Tanner,
Tanner earns an 83 3/4. Tyler Thompson rides next.
former Canadian champion, now going for the helmet. Yeah, right turn, he's going to stick to the full rank. Oh, yeah.
For Tyler, an 83 1/2, just below Tanner Burn. Tyler Pankowitz is up, and he's got a special fan in the crowd.
Yeah, I had 3 weeks ago, I had a little baby boy. Named him Taze, and I guess he wasn't that little, he was pretty big.
Pank is a pretty proud dad. I'm happy for Tyler. He's just visited him the other day, and that's a pretty cute kid.
proud Papa Pankowitz rides next. For Pank, it's an 83 1/4. Chad Bestplug rides next. Chad earns an 80 1/2, and so far, every rider has made the 8. Tanner Gerlitz will be the last to ride. Tanner earns an 85, and he'll end the evening tied for 3rd place.
I got sad news, ladies. Tanner Gerlitz just got engaged. Congratulations, G-Man. I knew you had it in you. All right.
I think my biggest motivator right now is I bought a ring and I got a wedding to pay for, so I'm gonna have to keep winning, I guess, and pay for this wedding, and then a few years I'll keep winning some more and pay for some kids.
At the end of this round, 11 out of 12 riders posted scores, making the quest for top spot just that much harder. Day 2 of the Canadian Finals Rodeo is set to begin, and with it, a fresh pen of rank bucking bulls. Tyler Thompson is set to ride. Tyler earns himself an 84. Rookie Tanner Byrne rides next. A very happy Tanner earns an 85 3/4. Pank is up. Pank also earns an 85 3/4, and that ties him with Tanner Byrne. Twice now, Chad Bestplug has come very close to winning the CFR.
Last year was the 2nd year I've finished 2nd, and 2nd sucks. You know, I got a check for $40,000 after, and some people said, well, that's, you know, you made quite a bit of money. Well, that's not what this is about, you know. It's about the gold buckle at the end.
Chad posts an 86, wins the round, and moves into 2nd place.
I've always worked hard right before the CFR, but this year I think I did double what I've done before. I was in the gym 2-3 times a day, most days. So I came here feeling like I deserved to win this.
It's Super Saturday at the CFR, and with 2 rounds of competition, well, it's gonna be a long day. In the afternoon performance, Tanner Gerlitz scored an 86 1/4 and took 2nd place. But even with that finish, he's still in the lower half of the standings.
I don't watch the standings. I came in 10th, and them guys that are in the top 3 or 4 spots, they're riding outstanding. Like Bestplug, he's starting to pull ahead, and I don't think there'll be much slowing Chad down from here.
With a 1st place finish here in round 3, Chad Bestplug has taken the lead. And in his ride this afternoon, he earned an 83 3/4 with the option for a re-ride. He decided to take it.
I've always told myself if I got into a situation like that, I'd go for the win.
But it's a calculated risk, and at the end of the competition, each rider's scores are added up. Now they call that the average. The bull rider with the highest point total will add 11 grand to his earnings, which could be the difference between winning and losing the championship. Chad does make the 8, but he is settling for a score that's 1 point lower.
It didn't affect me in the standings, and it didn't affect, I wasn't going to place with my other score anyway, so at least this way I know, and I have no regrets going into the rest of the week.
Now tonight, they're going to be riding the eliminator pen of bulls. Of course, half the battle is shaking off your nerves.
Yeah, I am a little nervous, actually. I mean, it all comes down to this, and anybody can win, so I guess I just need to control my nerves and make my nerves work for me.
No, it's just nerves.
Yeah, and there's nothing that I've seen yet that has phased Tanner Burns, so.
Do you have any children? Oh, yeah.
He has a lot of fun. He's pretty laid back. He just wants to win as much as possible, and he's fun to be around.
But even the veteran ain't afraid to horse around.
Don't, that guy is like a magnet to a camera.
As things stand now, Chad Bestplug has taken the lead with $52,000. But with each first-place win paying out $11 grand, it's still anybody's game.
I need some things to go wrong for some guys, and I need a lot of things to go right for myself. So, a big part of winning is losing a lot less.
This is Saturday night at the CFR.
Round 5 begins, and Tyler Pankowitz is going to kick things off. For Pank, that's a score of 83. Tanner Gerlitz will be the next to ride. Tanner blows him away with an 87 1/4, and that's the new score to beat. Tyler Thompson rides next. For Tyler, 85 1/2. That moves him into second place behind Tanner Gerlitz. Tanner Byrne rides next. Tanner gets an 85 1/4 and slides into third. So as it stands now, Gerlitz, Thompson, and Byrne hold the top 3 positions. Chad will be the last to ride.
Come on, Chad.
The bull traveled in a straight line. So just like the afternoon performance, Chad has to decide whether to keep his score or take the re-ride.
I know Chad Bestplug. He'll get off another bull.
He will.
Chad does decide to ride again. It'll be his 4th bull today. And once again, the bull travels in a straight line. So Chad is offered yet another re-ride.
Chad Bestplug gives another option to 73 with an option for another bull. Well, I told you this kid was tough. You going to take him tomorrow? Thank you. Now, we'll let him do that. He has that option.
Now, it's assumed he'll take the next re-ride tomorrow. But as the crowd files out, the judges offer him the chance to do the ride tonight.
Bull's here, so you have to take him tonight, but we'll give you time. Wait, they clear it out. Give you all the time you want.
If Chad agrees, it'll be 5 bulls in one day.
You need time. They're going to give you time to ride. You can get
At that point, I was kind of questioning, if there was a chance I had the average, if I was high enough, and I was trying to figure out the numbers, and my brain wasn't working very good, though.
Sasktel Max 8,000, 16,000 is 45.
Chad was having trouble with it with his re-rides and stuff, and I've been there and done that. He was thinking about taking that low score and just staying in the average.
The only reason for not getting on him, Chad, is if you just want to save your body. If you're sore or anything, Chad, whoop his ass.
It came time to make the decision, and I didn't know what to do, and Tyler Thompson came up and just said, just do what your heart tells you, and I said, all right, let's get on this one.
You got it your side, buddy.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, he's taking it.
Okay. Until you're in one of those situations, you can't explain what's going through your mind, and I said, Chad, don't try and be smart right now. Do what you do best and go ride that bull.
5. 2, he's already been on 4, this will be 5. Yeah, that's a lot of bulls.
All right, here we go.
With the stadium now empty, Chad will take his 5th ride of the day. If he bucks off, it could cost him his shot at the championship.
Is everybody ready?
He just leans in here.
But if he can earn a decent score, he'll remain in first place.
Chad Bestplug, 85 points, 4th in the day.
Good job. Now you better not f up tomorrow and let me have that average. I knew that he could ride the bull, so I wanted to see him get on it because I thought he'd win something in the round, and he decided to in the end, and he made a really good ride on a good bull, so I was happy for him.
You know, anybody that knows me knows how important my friends are to me, and we're competing against each other, but it almost feels like we're a team. You know, we share the same dressing room. We go through all the ups and downs together, and we're such a close group.
It's the final day of competition at the Canadian Finals Rodeo. In bull riding, a dozen men have gone 5 rounds in pursuit of the championship buckle. And as the final performance gets underway, only 2 bull riders are in the hunt.
One of 2 men will be the champion in the bull riding. And what happens today will decide that. Say hello to Chad Bestplug, who's been quoted this week. He's riding to win, not riding to not lose. However, right behind him and no stranger to Canadian titles, he can take it away from him. Say hello to TNT Tyler Thompson.
If Chad rides well today, he'll be the champ. But if he bucks off and Tyler Thompson wins the round, Tyler is going to take home the buckle.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get loud and wish all of our contestants good luck this afternoon. They need to hear you now.
If you can't get your head in the right place here to go after a Canadian title, then there's something wrong. So I came here feeling like I deserve to win this.
I'm going to go at the round today. I'm going to try and win first place, and I'm going to try and do as good as I can in the average so that it all plays out. And if I do win, I'm going to be a pretty happy guy.
Now, there is a third possible contender. It's a long shot, though. Their friend Tanner Gerlitz could become the champion, but only if both Chad and Tyler buck off.
It's a pipe dream, but there's still a shot mathematically, but it's a long shot for me to come back from where I'm at.
I looked at it a little bit, but in the end, I see Tanner and Tyler, I see them all staying on their bulls, and nothing would make me happier than them doing that and me being the last guy out and having all the pressure and having to stay on that one. I couldn't, you know, if I lose it, I lose it, but winning it like that is, that's the kind of stuff you dream about.
All right, fans, are you ready?
So only 3 men are in contention for the coveted buckle, but all 12 bull riders will get one last ride and maybe put a little more cash in their Wranglers. Rookie Tanner Byrne is up. Tanner bucks off. He'll finish the season in 6th place and put $40,000 in the bank. Tyler Pankowitz rides next. But Tyler also bucks off. His earnings of $35,000 for the season put him in 9th place. So far, it's been a string of buck-offs. Tanner Gerlitz could be the first to earn a score. Tanner sets the bar with an 87 1/4. So he does have a shot at the buckle, but only if both Tyler and Chad buck off. And Tyler is up next. Tyler makes his ride and awaits his score.
How about 85 points for Tyler Thompson? The last guy to take it away.
Tyler moves into second place in the round. It all comes down to one final ride.
All right, let's try to paint a little picture here for you with Chad Bestblood. 423 points on 5 bulls. He won $30,000 here a year ago to finish up number 2 for the title. He's the bridesmaid. Well, he's looking to change that right now. If he can ride this bull, he can outdo Tyler Thompson, and he can win the title. This is his year. Chad Bestblood, Clarendon, Alberta. He's already picked up 25,000. Let's see how they put it for the go-round. 85 3/4 for Chad.
Chad Bestplug wins the Canadian Bull Riding Championship.
Way to go, Chad. Good job. Go eat, buddy.
The most consistent bull rider is the Canadian champion. Say hello to Chad Bestplug. Presenting the buckle is David Dimmick. And
Chad, you worked so hard. Congratulations, buddy.
I always kind of knew that I'd probably be a Canadian champion one day. I didn't know how it would play out. And riding all 6, and actually riding 9 bulls in total with yesterday, I'd never dreamed that. You know, when I got back in the dressing room, I got hugs from all the guys. Seeing the love that we have in our small community is pretty touching. This moment will come and go, but my best buddies and those guys in that dressing room, that's something that's more important than this. This was almost just a taste of what I think I can do, and I've got the right guys around me. I just can't wait for next year to start.
Good job, buddy.